Hey guys, this is Chris from Deus Ex Machina with our next video explaining how to play Brothers Bond. In this one, we're going to explain how to set up a combat. To do that, we need someone to prompt combat. So one of the first ways to do that is to enter a new location, reveal the event from the comic, and seeing if it creates a battle. And in the case of the first introductory mention, you actually start with a battle. So with that, we're going to do the first battle in here, and it is basically starts off with Yoshi running through the forest to meet up with his other friends so they can raid a aristocratic camp so they can steal their booty and then donate it to a suffering village. So kind of like Robin Hood and his merry men in that way. And we gain ambush, and we place our starting location on any position. And once again, this is temporary graphics. We'll be improving these for the final book, but this tells us how to arrange our tiles, where we can place our player characters, and where we place our enemies. And we have scouts. Scouts are the weakest villain that you will be fighting in this game. And these variations here, these numbers, tell us where they get placed. Not only that, but will also tell us how many we want to place and at which difficulty. This is for single player. This is for 2, 3, and 4 players, and then this here, number 6, is if we are increasing difficulty. So if we were going 2 players, which we are right here, we place 3 scouts. If we want to make it harder, we can put down 4. And so if you want higher difficulty, simply scale up. And that's why there is a 6 here. If we were playing with 4 players and we wanted to make it more difficult, you would scale it up and put 6 bandits. But we're going to put in 2 players. So we're just going to do with our 3 bandits. And we place them in the 2 black and then the red right there. So let's talk about how we lay down these tiles. Obviously, we have a nice little patch of open table here, and we're going to be laying out these battle cards. We don't use big map tiles. We just have these cards that they're randomized. This is the arrangement you get at the beginning of the base core game. Hopefully we will unlock some Kickstarter options and get this expanded, and we're also going to be adding a couple other terrains depending on the location. But for the base right now, we are just going to have our regular forest tiles. These are shuffled up, right? And they have mostly clear, but there are some trees and some rocks that can be destroyed and tossed around a bit. So according to this one, we are laying down 5 tiles. So we're going to lay down 5 tiles across top, and that tells us 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this is also one of the larger maps we're going to be using, and we're going to go 4 down. Put that there. But it also tells us that there is a blank spot right here. And that's the actual location of the caravan. The caravan, there's no kind of miniature for the caravan, it's just a blank spot. That tells us that there's a bit of unblockable terrain right there. And we lay down these here. Now, one thing we're going to be fixing in graphics is we're adding in these grassy sections that tells you the orientation. So these need to be orientated this way. That needs to be orientated that way. That is upside down. And that is upside down. There we go. So we're going to lay this out nicely. And this is our battle map at the beginning of this mission. Now, according to the game, it told us to put down 3 scouts, so we're going to do that right now. So we have 3 scouts, and it tells us to arrange them around, so we're going to do that now. So here they are. Now I'm hoping also to get these color coded, so they will be matching the die token. But we don't have to worry about any of that because we're only dealing with 1 villain. If we're dealing with multiple enemies, then we'll have to arrange them in dice in a different way, which we'll talk about in a later video. So we're going to place that guy there. Now, if you can't place a guy because of terrain, he moves to the next closest area. And then finally, this guy goes here. Oh, actually, goes there. Oh, I forgot there's supposed to be a tile right there. I didn't see that. Boop. So he goes there. So because we are ambushing the group, we get to place R2 anywhere we want in any of these squares. So we're going to do that now. Yoshi's going to be brave. He's going to go near that guy. And Sato is going to catch from behind, and he's going to go here near this guy. Now, and that is setup. Obviously, we need to get their board. And here is the Scout board. Boop, 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 very simple. This is probably the one that's going to be modified the most as we go into production. We're working with somebody to help create a much better tray, and we'll talk about that in an update video. But this is basically what we're doing for the prototype. We see their abilities, we see their health, and we're going to place that nearby. So here we've got the health tracker. We know that there are 3 guys, so we're going to be grabbing these 3 trackers. So we have number 1, number 2, and number 3. Get that pointed the right direction. 1, 2, and 3 are all at their maximum 6 hit points. And as they take suffer hit points, we will be moving their shift, and once they get activated, we flip them over to red. We'll talk about that in combat. And that's basically it. And there we go. We have set up combat, and now we are ready to actually fight. And we'll talk about that in our next video.